channel. My name is Maya, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / VSG check-in since I'm 8 months post-op VSG, and also I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So we got a packed schedule, me doing my makeup for you guys and answering a bunch of questions. I'm not going to do too many edits, so there's going to be some hiccups, it may be. So it's just going to be me doing my makeup, answering questions, and I guess no realer than that. So anyways guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. If you are ready to learn about my VSG journey and get some answers to your questions that you've been having about VSG, stay tuned. Alright guys, before we get started, for all my VSG material, I always like to start off with my stats. I got my VSG surgery on April 14th. I began the process like in 2020 because I had to do a 6 months dietary thing before I can get approved, but I officially had my surgery in April. I started out at 301 pounds. Today, 8 months later, I am now 196 pounds. So I have lost a total of 105 pounds since April. So, and I'm so excited. I have not been in the 100 since high school, or maybe like the beginning of college, my freshman year. So I am so excited about this. Let's go ahead and get started. Also, I started out at a size 22, 24. I am now a size 12. So let's go ahead and jump in. So first things first, with makeup, I always start off with my skincare. I've already done my moisturizer and all that good stuff. So now we're going to start off with our primer. And I'm going to grab our first question. Okay, so question number 1, what does your diet consist of after the surgery? So, and I'm taking this Fenty primer. This is the hydrating primer. So, my diet, after you get the surgery, you are on a strict, like reintroducing your body to a way of eating. So after your surgery, you're pretty strict on what you're eating. But as far as how I eat now, I am able to eat anything I want. But I choose to eat more like plant-based. And of course I have treats from time and time again. Like last night I had Wingstop. I can't obviously eat as much Wingstop as I used to. Like back then, I could easily clear at least like 10, 12 wings. One time I ate 15 wings. But now, I can pretty much only do like 2 wings. Just 2 wings at this point. But honestly, because of my sleep and because of the results that I've been getting, and I just want to be healthier, I tend to lean more towards eating healthier. I eat a cup of fruit pretty much every single day. I try to always get that bowl of fruit in because I love fruit. Nowadays, fruit is almost as sweet as candy to me. So I love fruit so much. I can eat that like every day. I eat my vegetables. I still eat protein and meat. This is the Bobbi Brown Foundation Moisture Rich Foundation SPF 15. I'm in the shade Golden, by the way. So let's go ahead and apply this on my face. And so someone asked me if I was vegan now. I'm not vegan, but I do tend to eat more plant-based meals because it's just a way that I like to eat now, because I like to just eat healthy. I don't like to eat a bunch of fried fruit. I don't like to eat a bunch of fried fruit. Why do I keep saying fruits? I don't like to eat a bunch of fried foods anymore. I think just realizing that was the way that I used to eat, and that's how I became that large. That's what keeps me from eating, eating like that ever again. I'm just going to blend this in. So, yeah. That is how I'm eating nowadays. I just particularly eat mostly plant-based. Plant-based, I still eat meat, love meat, especially like shrimp, salmon. One thing that's kind of tricky for me to eat with my sleeve is chicken. I still love chicken, but chicken, it's just harder to eat nowadays. I don't know if it just gets me so full. It gets me really full very quickly, and chicken was actually the first food that made me throw up. So I am very, very careful whenever I consume chicken. It's just a little bit heavier than other meats for some reason for me. Okay, so that was question number 1. Let's go to question number 2. This person says, oops, new clothing during weight loss. Did you consistently buy smaller or wait to do a large new haul? Okay, alright, and this is the NARS Creamy Concealer. I'm in the shade Sucre de George, and I'm just going to put this right there. So as far as new clothing, I'm going to tell you what I did, and then I'm going to tell you what I suggest doing. So I literally kept buying new clothes during my journey, which gets expensive. So like I would move from an 18 to a 16, so now I'm buying 16s. Then moved from a 16 to a 14, now I'm buying 14s. I would really suggest waiting. If you notice that your clothes are just way too big, then you may need to go ahead and buy some items, but I definitely suggest getting them from like a thrift store. Shop thrift until you reach a point to where like, wow, I look really good. Like for me, now that I have lost 105 pounds, I think this would have been the best moment for me to do the amount of shopping that I've done already. And then I'm going to take this Kylie concealer in the shade Maple to highlight. And by the way, I'm doing my go-to makeup look. This is the look that it never fails me. But, so as far as new clothing, I would say wait till you drop to an amount to where you're like, wow, I look great. I'm loving how I'm looking. And it's time to get new clothes. All my clothes are too big. Then that's when you get it. Don't keep buying new clothes throughout your journey unless you're getting them from a thrift store, because it's going to get expensive if you're just constantly buying new clothes, which I learned the hard way. Learn from me. Don't do that. Wait till you have like a huge milestone, like a 105-pound weight loss. Then you do your shopping. Now, I've been shopping a lot for new clothing. I've been shopping a lot for new clothing, but I definitely suggest waiting. So I'm not going to buy any more new clothes until I'm at least like a size 8. Once I'm at 8, then I will shop again. But right now I'm a 12, so if I'm size 10, I'll still be able to wear my size 12 clothing. So I'll just stick with those clothes. But maybe once I lose another 15 to 20 pounds, then I'll do my major shopping, because I'll pretty much be at my goal. Right now I'm 196 pounds. My range, I think my goal may be, ooh, I'm getting foundation everywhere. My goal may be like 160, 170, so I'm almost there. So I'll probably wait to do a major shopping haul until I get to that point. So I would say make goals for yourself and then do your shopping. Oh, and also, before I start my makeup, every time I put on a little chapstick on my lips just so those don't get like chapped while I apply my makeup. You want to keep your lips moisturized. Alright, so next question. What is your goal weight? I kind of just answered that. I said like a 160 to 170. I'm a larger boned person. Though I'm only 5'1", my frame is larger, so 160 on me can really look like I'm only 120. So that's my range, and at the end of the day, now that I'm under 200 pounds, I really don't care about what number I'm at this point. It's more about fat percentage, okay? So I can be 180 pounds but have 25% fat. So it's really whatever that percentage of fat is what I'm going for. If I can get to like 19%, that'll be great. But if not, guys, I'm just happy that I'm healthy. I did my blood work with my doctor the other month and everything came back perfect. The only thing is I have to take more B1, which is thiamine. I have to take that daily because it was pretty low. Okay, I'm gonna take this Laura Mercier powder. It's in the color Honey Translucent, and I'm just going to place this underneath my eyes. Sometimes I bake and other times I just kind of press it into my skin, which I'll probably do now. Okay, let's go to the next question. Is it easier to control cravings? Honestly, so after the VSG surgery, initially cravings aren't too bad. Of course, you miss the foods that you used to eat, but you know that at the time being you can't eat them and or else something crazy may happen, like I don't know, something crazy may happen. So at the beginning, it's super easy. Once that 5-month mark hits, I would say your cravings can definitely go back to normal, and it's all a mental game from there. So I choose to eat healthy. Okay, of course I have my cravings. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my brows, by the way. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 5. So of course I have my cravings, and sometimes I go ahead and I eat that thing. This isn't about starving yourself. It's not about depleting, your love for food. Like, that's not what it's about. I still, if I want a cookie, I can go get that cookie, but I know that I don't have that same mindset of eating all the cookies. Like, let's say there's 6. I'm not going to go and eat 4 of them or 3. I'm just going to have 1 and then that's it. Move on with my life. I think with weight loss period, and I wish I would have known this before even getting the surgery, it's not about just completely depriving yourself. It's about moderation and eating more healthy foods than you consume unhealthy foods. Okay, so you can't go eating chips every day and not expect to, gain weight from that. Eat your chips, but don't eat them every day. But don't eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, no. If I'm gonna have chips, I'm gonna have them, and then I'm gonna move on throughout my life. Like, keep moving. If I mess up, it's not even a mess up. It's just if I decide to eat something like chips or cookies or ice cream, I'm not going to sit there and eat the whole tub of ice cream anymore. That's something that I used to do, but now it's just like I'll have a simple serving, like a little cup of it, and then I'll keep moving. It's all about moderation, okay? It's not about starving yourself or completely just not allowing yourself to enjoy food anymore. It's about feeding your body the stuff that it recognizes, like fruits and vegetables. That's why I don't agree with some of these diets that are like, you can't have fruit. Like, no, your body recognizes fruits. It has antioxidants and good stuff that's going to feed your cells that your body needs. So I'm going to eat my fruit. You can keep doing that. And, we all have different bodies. Maybe fruit somehow makes you fat, which I don't understand, but okay, if that's what you think, then keep doing that. But for me, I'm going to eat my fruit, and I'm going to continue to be healthy. So, cravings, yes, I still get cravings. Do I ever give in to my cravings? Yes. Do I move on with my life and continue eating healthy? Yes. Next question, congratulations. I would love to know how you plan your meals. Do you count calories? No, I do not count calories. I don't have a food journal. I don't track anything, honestly. And that just, it works for me. Some people, they have to track calories. Some people, they have to diary it, but I don't. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just not a person that would probably do more harm for me than good. Planning meals, honestly, I don't do too much planning for meals. But whenever I grocery shop, I do think about, oh, okay, I can make a salad with this, or I can eat these for my snacks, stuff like that. But for the most part, I just keep healthy foods in the refrigerator. That way, if I'm hungry, I can go down there, I can go to my fridge, get an orange or an apple, things like that. So I don't really do too much planning, but I do have a set breakfast that I kind of stick to. Either I'll do like a just crack an egg and then a yogurt and put some fruit in my yogurt. Like, that's pretty much my typical breakfast, and then water throughout the day. I keep it so simple. The sleeve is already complicated enough in itself, so with eating, I don't complicate it whatsoever. I make sure that I get my protein, and I just call it a day. Like, I don't complicate this. I know that I'm supposed to eat fruit. I know I'm supposed to eat vegetables, so I make sure that I eat those during each meal. In 10 times out of 10, you know exactly what you need to be doing. You know you need to be eating more fruits and vegetables, so just do it. But if you are a planner, maybe you would benefit from having like a journal or something like that. But I don't track anything. I just go with the flow, and I just eat healthy. And if I'm ever at a restaurant, you know, I find that a lot of people are always like, yeah, we're gonna go here, can you eat here? Like, almost every restaurant has soup or salad. I'm able to find something to eat at any restaurant. I can find something at McDonald's, they have salads. Like, it's really just eating healthy. And you know what healthy is. You know what unhealthy is. We have to be real with ourselves sometimes and say, I know this isn't the healthiest option. I need to get the salad. Okay, next question. Typical meals for a day. Typical meals, like I said, my breakfast is normally a just crack an egg, which is found at Walmart, Target, any kind of stores. It's literally just like a little cup that has meat, vegetables, and cheese, and then you pour an egg in there. I do that in the morning to get my protein, because after the VSG surgery, protein is a major focus because we're not really getting that as much as we used to, so protein is a huge focus. So start of the day, I try to get 30 grams at the beginning, because my goal is, I think my doctor gave me a goal of 70 grams of protein per day. So I like to go ahead and start big in the morning, so throughout the day I don't have to be worrying about that. I can eat my fruits and my vegetables and not have to be worried about, okay, I need to make sure to get my meat or drink a protein shake or something like that. But so in the morning, just crack an egg, and then I also do a yogurt, which is also protein, and then I put honey in the yogurt, I put fruits in the yogurt, and it's the Greek non-fat, no sugar added. So I just add the honey in there, and then I put strawberries in there, I put blueberries in it, I also put flax seeds, and I put some granola in it too. Obviously with the sleeve, I can't finish all of that, so it takes me hours to finish my meals now. For lunch, it really just ranges. I could do like a tuna packet and crackers, or I could do a salad with shrimp. I love those salad kits that Walmart sells. Super duper easy. All you have to do is add your meat to it, and then that's your meal. For dinner, I typically stick with just meat and vegetables. So I'm very simple with this. And my snacks, I like to snack on fruit. I love popcorn, like Skinny Pop, carrots. My favorite fruits are like clementines because they're nice and small. And I leave them in the fridge so they can be cold. Oh, so good. It's like candy. And then I love apples. Bananas are delicious too. Oranges, stuff like that. Sometimes I like to make like shrimp tacos. I love shrimp tacos. I can only eat one. I fry the tortilla, and then I put my shrimp in there. I also cut up mangoes and put that in it. I should do a video on that one day, but I love making that. So good. So yeah, I keep my meals super simple throughout the day. How many calories do you consume? How many calories do you consume? Did your program encourage vigorous exercise? I don't know how many calories I consume, so I can't tell you that. And did your program encourage vigorous exercise? No, my doctor told me to do whatever is fun. So it wasn't you need to make sure to work out 5 times a week. It wasn't anything like that. He told me to do whatever's fun to me. And I just so happened to enjoy this group fitness that I've been going to for 2 months now. I started in October. One of my friends, and I'm going to go ahead and put on my bronzer. This is Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Yeah, one of my friends, her name is Natalie. She introduced me to this gym that she goes to, and I absolutely love this gym so much. I really have been seeing great results through this program. So it's called RNG Fitness. If you're in the McKinney, Frisco, Princeton, Allen area, you should definitely check it out. It's a group fitness, which at first I was like, I really don't like working out with people, but whenever I went, I absolutely really loved it, and I still do. And like I said, I've been getting real results from it. So they have these group fitness classes every day throughout the week except for Sunday. So they have some in the morning, and then with my job, of course, I would have to go in the afternoon. They have a 5:30 class and a 6:30 class. I go to 6:30, and let's put in that bronzer. So it's from Monday to Saturday pretty much. And then on Friday it's 5:30, and on Saturday it's 9 a.m. I haven't gone to the Saturday one yet, but I want to go. So I think maybe next week I'll try to go to the Saturday morning one. But I go at least 3 times per week. And so once you're there, we get split up into groups, and we have different stations that we go through for 8 minutes, and then we rotate. So we get to go through all the stations. And y'all, I've been getting such good results. My inches are coming off. I'm finally starting to form some sort of a butt. Cause after VSG surgery, your butt, if you don't already have a nice size butt, it's gonna go. It's over. My butt so flat. So now I'm actually forming one, so that's really good because we're lifting weights and doing good stuff like that. But I also want to start doing in the morning, do 1 mile walking outside, and then in the afternoons or the evenings go to that because I know doing both of those will really give me those good results that I want. And anyway, so I enjoy doing this type of workouts with the weights. I love going outside and doing my walking and running. I enjoy this. And the more you do it, the more you'll grow to love it. I hate going too many days in between. 3 days is too many days for me to not work out at this point. So yeah, do whatever is fun to you. And again, the more that you do it, the more you'll start to love it, and you'll start to love feeling fit, okay? If you are starting to hate it, maybe you should switch it up and do something else. Maybe you should try Zumba or something like that, or join a group fitness class. You won't believe how much you'll like it. So let me go ahead and go to the next question. Do you ever have cheat meals, once a week? I don't want to call them cheat meals because, that's again making food the enemy when it's not the enemy. Do I ever indulge in things that aren't the healthiest? Yes, I do. I don't know if I can particularly count. This is a NARS blush. It's their most popular one. This is the blush. So, do I ever eat meals that aren't particularly the healthiest? Yes. Do I make it a habit? No. Yeah, I don't make it a habit. Let me make sure that blush is even. Yeah, it's even. Okay. So, I would say maybe once, twice, 3 times per week I'll have something that's not the healthiest. But is it just completely off plan? No. If I'm having wings, I'll have carrots and celery sticks instead of having wings and fries. You know what I mean? You can't do too much. But this right here is the bronzer again, and I just use this as my eyeshadow. Okay, so next question. Is this a surgery for men too? And is it an out-of-pocket expense or covered by insurance? Okay, so that's a loaded question. Yes, this surgery is for everyone. Women, men, old, young, everyone can get it as long as you are cleared by your doctor. So I've done that. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes, which is gonna take a long time. This is the Lancome primer. Okay, so is it an out-of-pocket expense? So you have two routes to go with this surgery. Either you can pay for it out of your own pocket, which, I mean, if you got it like that, by all means, go ahead and do it, but it's an expensive surgery. Like, my surgery, just for the gastric sleeve alone, was over $40,000. And that's not even including the anesthesia, the days that I was in the hospital. That's just the surgery by itself. So altogether, it's probably leaning towards $100,000. But I went through insurance. So if you have health insurance, the first order of business, if you are considering getting the gastric sleeve surgery, you need to call your provider, okay? You can ask other people about what they did, but it really matters about what's on your insurance plan. So you need to call your health provider, ask them, hey, I'm considering the gastric sleeve surgery. I'd like to know if bariatric surgery is covered on my plan. They will tell you either yes or no, and if it is covered, they will tell you the steps. So for my health insurance, I have United Healthcare. Okay, so for mine, I have United Healthcare. They told me that it was covered, but there were some different qualifications that you have to do. So, number one, you have to be cleared by a doctor. You had to go through a 6-month evaluation with a dietitian or a doctor for like a monetized diet plan. Mine was very simple, and it has to be consecutive and within the past like year or two. So I had to do 6 months before getting my surgery. I just went ahead and did mine with my doctor. Y'all, in my sessions with my doctor, it was literally like 5 minutes each time. And I'm just like, just give me the surgery, because that was, I couldn't believe I had to do that. But I guess they just want to see that you're trying. And the crazy thing is, I actually gained weight during that 6-month period. Because at first I was like 290 and I ended up being 301 right before surgery. So don't do that. And I do suggest, if you find within that 6-month period you're losing weight on your own, then honestly, y'all, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Keep doing it on your own. If you find that you're having success with losing weight, you've changed your mindset, you've changed your eating habits, and you're losing that weight on your own, just keep doing it without the sleeve. Like, I don't think it's necessary to get it. If you're at a point to where you're doing it on your own, then just go ahead and keep doing it. But if you are like me and you still gain weight, then it may be an option for you. But anyway, so you do the 6 months with a doctor or a dietitian for a supervised diet plan. And then also I had to get a psych evaluation, which I believe all insurance requires you to do that prior to getting the surgery. You have to get the psych eval just so they can see what your mindset is. Some people are afraid to do that interview, but it wasn't, well, in my experience, I can't speak for anyone else. That's what we all have to keep in mind whenever we say stuff like this. In my experience, the psych eval was not hard whatsoever. They just ask you questions like, do you smoke? Do you drink often? Do you have any addiction? Stuff like that. And then from there, they'll give the information to your doctor, let them know, I do recommend this person get the surgery and all that kind of stuff. So obviously I passed that part, and once the 6 months was over, then they pretty much got my packet together and they sent it off to my insurance company. And from there, your insurance company either approves or denies. My insurance company approved it. Once they sent the approval back to my doctor's office, they called me, we scheduled for the surgery. So it was that simple. And it moves very fast after you do your last appointment your 6-month check-in after you do that. It moves fairly fast. I would say I got my approval 2 weeks after they sent it off. So not bad at all. Oh, and this is a Lancome mascara, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera because it's going to take forever. And then I'll be back for my lip color. Also, your healthcare provider might require you to use someone that's within their list. So I was given a list of doctors, and I had to choose from those doctors. It's called like Center of Excellence. You have to have your surgery at a Center of Excellence, so I had mine at Baylor. And you also had to have your doctor off the list that they provided, so I had to do that too. So that is why it is crucial to call your insurance provider and ask them these questions about the bariatric surgery. No one else can tell you what your insurance is going to ask for. You have to call your insurance company. They can look at your policy and tell you what they are going to require of you. Okay. And then the other question, was there an out-of-pocket expense? So again, if you decide to have your surgery and you're going to pay for it yourself, then of course. But if you're going to have your insurance to do it, you may have an out-of-pocket. My out-of-pocket maximum was $4,000, and then everything over that was paid for by my insurance company. And also, I do want to talk about expenses that you need to look for post-surgery. So even after your surgery, if you have it done with your insurance provider, you may have that out-of-pocket expense. Again, you need to look at your policy for that information. Mine was $4,000. Even after your surgery, your expenses for your vitamins can be very expensive. There are some that are cheaper on There are some that are cheaper on Amazon that you can get. I've used Berry Melts. This is the waterproof version. I like to put that underneath my eyes because my eyes tend to get watery. So I'm going to put the waterproof on bottom lashes. Berry Melts. I've also used... what is the name of the one I use now? I'll link it in the description box, the vitamins that I take, but they're pretty expensive. I'm not even going to lie. Like my multivitamin is $30 or $35 or $29.99, something like that. It's pretty expensive, and you have to take a multivitamin, a calcium chew, two calcium chews actually. Multivitamin, 2 calcium chews, vitamin D. I take biotin and a hair vitamin. I take 2 things for my hair because I was losing hair. But it wasn't as bad as I've seen, so I guess that's a blessing. You have to take D3. Now I'm taking B1, B12. Some people end up having to incorporate a probiotic, and you're supposed to take these every single day. If you don't take your vitamins, it can be detrimental to your health. So for the rest of your life, actually, I'll say that to the end. But yeah, the vitamins can be very expensive, but on Amazon you can find cheaper alternatives that can be a little bit cheaper. Okay, so lashes are done. Let's go on to this question. What was the hardest part during your journey? My hardest part, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the color tan. And I'm going to dust my face. So the hardest part of my journey, and of course, it's going to range from person to person, okay? VSG experience is different from each person, and we have to realize that. The hardest part for me was definitely the beginning of it. And if you haven't seen my surgery day video, definitely check it out. And this is just blending all of my colors together, making sure it's all cohesive. This is my skin tone, so I'm just blending it all on my face, make sure it's good. So hardest part of my journey, if you have not seen my surgery day video, I'm gonna link it below. You need to go see it. I almost died twice the day of surgery. So that was definitely the hardest part of my journey, was surgery day. The first 2 months, I regretted it. I regretted my decision getting the surgery. The whole mental aspect of almost dying. I'm gonna use cork. This is cork by MAC. Just the whole mental aspect of almost losing your life is traumatic for anyone. You know, I had 2 cold blues that day. My vitals were drastically decreasing. It's just the whole mental aspect of almost dying and the doctors not knowing if you were going to make it. Like, that is traumatic all by itself. So that was the hardest part of my journey. And again, not every person dies from this surgery. Not every person comes close to dying. I think I maybe 1 out of 1,000 is the percentage. Now, I did have a close friend of mine to pass just recently due to complications from the sleeve and from another health issue that she had. So sometimes that makes it a little hard for me to recommend getting the surgery because of the complications that I had and the complications that she had that ultimately led to her death. So it's kind of hard for me to say, yes, you should definitely get the surgery. I always say, have you tried it 100% on your own, and have you given it 200%? If you haven't given losing weight 200% on your own, then I suggest you doing it on your own, trying your hardest, and if everything else fails, this is your last resort, okay? And I definitely believe in you. You can do it on your own, for sure. If I knew what I knew now, and if I could have changed my perspective before getting the surgery, I would have done so and done this on my own. And this is Stockholm by NYX. I usually do a lighter color for everyday makeup, but this was what I could find. The one that I normally use is in my purse downstairs. Then I'm going to use like a combo on my lips. I'm going to use Nymphet, and then I'm going to use Champagne Glam by e.l.f. And this is by MAC, by the way. I was heavily regretting my decision months 1, 2, possibly 3. Just adjusting to this lifestyle was hard in its own, and then almost losing your life just makes it even harder. So that was the hardest part of my journey. Just the mental aspect of, I almost died. I'm only here by the grace of God. I probably definitely could have benefited from counseling after that experience. I may still go through with that, because it really does weigh on your mind, for sure. Every single day I think about it. So that is it for my makeup. I always finish off my makeup with 2 setting sprays. Sometimes I use my MAC Fix Plus with my Urban Decay, but I want to save my Urban Decay because I only have a little bit left of it, so I'm going to be using my MAC Fix Plus. I'm going to be using my MAC Fix Plus, which I use every single time because it really marinates your makeup to your skin. And then I'm going to use this Iconic London Prep Set and Glow Spray. So I'm going to shake them both up, and then we're going to spray them. So sad. You want to be on camera? One second, guys. Manny wants to be on camera. Okay, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my outfit for today, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys. So I am back. So I have on my outfit here. There was one question. Okay. Getting my health back on track, but in a healthy lifestyle change way. 2018, I lost about 30 pounds, but super unhealthy, borderline eating disorder. what comes to mind advice-wise for the journey ahead? I would say, because I've done diets where it was totally unhealthy the way that I lost the weight, and then I gained it all back, plus some. So I would say you need to develop a healthy relationship with food. That's all it boils down to. I think in the culture and then also diet culture, it makes food the enemy when it's not. You know, so they'll tell you that this food is bad, that food is bad, but it's not changing your aspect on the food itself. So I think what's going to be most important for you is to, number one, realize the reason why you're doing this. It's for health reasons, right? So you know you want to feed your body with nutrients that it needs, so you need to eat more fruits and vegetables. It's as simple as that, but it's going to really take you a disciplined mindset to completely change the way that you're looking at food. Food is not your enemy. Your enemy is overeating those bad foods, or thinking that you're going to gain weight from one pizza, and like that is the unhealthy thing. So you want to start doing more healthy things, such as walking outside, and really recognizing what is healthy for your body is what you really want to do. Because you don't want to get to the point where I was at 301 pounds, where I felt like the only option for me was to get the VSG surgery. So go ahead and try to change your mindset now with, I want to nourish my body with fruits and vegetables. I can have that bag of chips if I want, and it's not the end of the world. And I'm still going to go outside, I'm still going to go walk, I'm still going to go run, I'm still going to go do Zumba. It's all about making healthier choices. If you're going to eat those chips, make sure later on you have some broccoli. So it's all about that healthy balance. Make sure it's balanced in a way where your healthy foods are up here and your unhealthy is down here. You can't have it at the same, and you can't have it with the unhealthy weighing down the healthy. Healthy has to come up, unhealthy has to go down. So that's what I would say about that. Definitely change your mindset on food and the whole kick the diet culture out of your mind. You don't need keto and all that other stuff. Just eat healthy and realize that your body is craving fruits and vegetables and water and nuts and seeds. That's what your body is craving. So give it what it wants, and that's what it needs. So I hope that helps. And I did get a question about confidence. Yes, my confidence has skyrocketed since losing weight. Why not? You know, I was pretty insecure whenever I was larger, but now I'm very confident in where I am, especially with me working out. I feel strong, I feel healthy, I feel like I look great in my clothes, and I mean, it transcends with the way I carry myself now. I'm way more confident. And that just comes with losing weight and being committed to your health. So I hope that helps you all. I just wanted to do this in lieu of me losing 105 pounds. I hope that I was able to inspire you with some of my answers here. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section. I can definitely do another one of these videos. I love talking about health and my weight loss journey. So yeah, but anyways guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember that God loves you, and so do I, and that you're so beautiful the way that you are. No matter what size, weight, height, whatever, you're beautiful the way that you are. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!